The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
There he goes, right side. Still going. George Kittle, touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Howell and the Commanders come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start on the ground with Gfssl. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, and it's 3rd down and 2. You look at this Niner defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Off play action. It's Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. On the counter, this is Robinson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they go play action with Howell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Now Howell. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 48. Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 27 yards. And the Niners are able to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Commanders 3.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Howell out of the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Here's Purdy. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. throw out wide is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Let's go.
That's good for a Commanders 1st down.
Howell now to throw it. This to Graham on the short pass. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
49-yard line.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Powell ran it last time. Now he's going to throw it. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Come on, set.
They go play action here. Purdy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Go.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 13 yards out. And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. This to Graham on the short pass. And he'll be out right at the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll go play action. Howell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
At the 25-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Howell. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And got his man complete. Big yardage that time for Washington. 51 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. He completes it to Julio Jones. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Howell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second down and 4. Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Howell tried to pick it up on 3rd. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Howell throwing on third down here.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And now a run with Rodriguez.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they'd built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On first down, right back to Gfssl. Now inside the 25. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Gfssl. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Rolling to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Third and long, here's Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion.
Here's Rodriguez. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Rodriguez. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things had not been going their way. But they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
Howell throwing for it.
And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2, they don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Purdy.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here from the right hash. This from 33. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll run here with Rodriguez.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
Powell throwing on first down here.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Powell.
Hard throw, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Washington on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Back to throw, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Mitchell again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Commanders' 1-yard line.
And they'll run again. Try to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Powell, he'll look to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, it's Rodriguez. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
1st down, Howell to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gfssl.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And Howe will throw it. Right side, Claypool's got it.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8. At the 49ers 30-yard line.
Here's Howe.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Here we go, set.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And they will take a knee here.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.